Brandon at Sand Strength, on my way to do a chest, shoulder, and tricep day. Gonna start off with the bench press, and I just wanted to talk to you guys today about why your bench press might not be increasing, and there's a few reasons for that. I think one of the main reasons is that most people will go into the gym and they'll just kind of do the same thing over and over again. They set a rep range, they stick to a weight that they're used to, and once they achieve the amount of reps that they're going for, they put the weight back regardless of how hard the set was, and then they move on to the next workout. And they don't really think too much about it, and they just keep doing that over and over again. And then after a year, 2 years, their bench press max may have increased by 5 or 10 pounds, but not very much. And then they wonder, why aren't they really able to see a lot of gains in their bench press? So, and that's because they're literally just kind of going in there and going through the motions. When you're on your bench press, you want to make sure that you're progressive overloading, which means you're increasing the amount of reps that you're doing, or you're increasing the weight that you're doing very slightly over time. Not every single workout, probably over a period of a few workouts, depending on how well trained you are. If you're a new beginner and you're just fresh onto the bench press, yeah, you could probably throw on 5 pounds every time you get it into the session and you'll be fine. But the heavier you get your max up to, the harder it is to progressive overload. So something like just a 5 or 10 pound increase over a couple of months is actually a pretty big deal. So let's say, for example, you're benching 185 pounds and you're doing 3 sets of 8 right now, and your goal should be to eventually bench 225 pounds for multiple reps. So what your goal should look like is, when you go in there, if you're hitting it for 3 sets of 8 at 185, either next time you got a chest day, either increase the reps by 1% or increase the weight by 5 to 10 pounds. If you do that, if you increase the weight by 5 to 10 pounds, you'll likely not be able to do 8 reps anymore. You'll likely only be able to do 5 or 6, maybe even less. Use a spotter if you need to get the extra reps in there. You should probably be shooting for at least 6 reps, and then attempt to progressive overload that new weight. Try to get that new weight that you just chose. So if you were at 185 and you went up 5 to 10 pounds, let's say you went up 10 pounds to 195, you're going to then progressive overload that weight up to, you're going to progressive overload the reps. Like I said, you'll probably get 5 to 6 reps the first time. You're going to get that up to where you can do it 8 times, and then you'll increase the weight another 5 to 10 pounds. Go up to 205 pounds. At 205 pounds, you may only be able to do it 4 times. You use a spotter over a set period of workouts. You'll increase your rep range from 4 to 6 up to 8, and then you can go up to 295, and then there you go. You're benching 225 for reps. So it's one way to pretty much guarantee increase your bench press over time, is to progressive overload. One of the other things that people may be doing, that I think you may be doing, if your bench press isn't increasing at all, and one, you're not just going into the gym and going through the motions, you're actually going at a relatively high intensity. Your reps are really close to failure, and you're progressive overloading over time. If you feel like the progressive overload is pretty much ceased, even though you're trying really hard and you're using an appropriate rep range and appropriate weight, and even using a spotter going, pretty much reps to failure, then what might be your issue is that you need to increase your calories. You need to increase your overall weight, because there's only a certain point you can get to at your current weight. You can only bench a certain amount of pounds. Now, obviously, you can be an elite weightlifter and be in the top 1% of the world and be 140 pounds and bench 315 or more. But, that's pretty rare. So if you are 140 pounds, your goal might be to put yourself into a caloric surplus, and a slight caloric surplus over time not only will help you progress strength-wise during your workouts, It'll help you increase your bench press max over time, because if you go from 140 to 150, that base weight, as long as you gain mostly muscle, and even if a lot of it is fat, you'll be able to bench more weight. That's why bigger guys are able to push more weight. When I got up to 220 pounds, that's when I was able to bench 365 for the first time. Now I'm down to 207, 208 pounds. I don't think I could bench 365, even though I think I've kept the majority of the muscle. That 10 or 12 pounds of fat that I was holding on to just kind of helped me move the weight a little bit more. So those are two really key things I think people might be doing, is that they're just going through the motions. They're not progressive overloading over time. And then another one is they're just keeping their base weight pretty low. Obviously, if your goal is to stay super lean or whatever, that's fine. But if you really want to increase your bench max, think about adding 5 to 10 pounds of muscle to your frame, or even 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle, and I guarantee you'll be able to progressive overload your bench a lot easier, and you'll get a lot stronger. Not only your bench, but your other power lifts if you gain a little bit of weight. Obviously, you don't want to gain only fat. That's not a good idea. But your other strength lifts will go up. Your overhead press will go up, your deadlift will go up, your squats will go up. So try that out, and remember, if you gain the weight and you don't like it, you can always lose the weight. You can go into a caloric deficit, use a little bit of your willpower and determination, and get back to a leaner state if that's what you wish. But if your real goal is to get really strong and increase all your strength gains, your strength maxes, and just have really high PRs and stuff like that, then you should probably push for gaining a few pounds of weight. After this, I'm going to be doing my chest, shoulder, and tricep workout, so go ahead and check that out. If you guys haven't, please drop a like, please subscribe, and please put a comment below. All right, I'll see you in there.
So goodbye for us, you have to say it, baby. And us in Texas, you wanna try, baby. I know you can.